Okay, people. Is my audio fine? Who knows? I just feel the need for it. So we're gonna go to where I've started building, but first we're gonna go and check out this goddamn... I finished this railroad and then proceeded to not stream on the server for forever. It goes... I've also perfected Trident Elytra flying, so... that's also a thing. Yeah, we've been having a bit of lag on the server as well, to the point where it's kind of unbearable to even have 2 people on, which sucks, but you know. Yeah, already they have not been maintaining this part of the bridge. I figure I don't want to step on their toes because this is right at the entrance, you know, so... but still, a bit annoying that they already let it go like this. Like, I've waxed most of it, but I'm not gonna kind of step on their toes like that. I built it entirely out of powered rails because I could. Oh, Jesus Christ. But the view is pretty good. Currently, the view is mostly things I did. You can even see the top of the garden's sakura tree over there. Yeah, this is difficult. As you can see, the minecarts kind of tend to run away on you. But yeah, I think it complements well to the area. Some of them, I don't know, it's just, I don't really care about this side that much. I'm not gonna waste my time on it. But yeah, I've done, it's as detailed as you like can reasonably get it, I guess. I also made sure that all the soil is finally covered up properly. And yeah, some of the lantern chains, I wasn't that good at fixing the lengths. But I have made it so that you can ride a horse under the railroad, which was my main qualm with the original railroad, because it made it so that you'd bonk your head as soon as you tried to leave. This is a weird horse, okay? I also replanted some trees in the area that introduced some vines back as well and some new flowers. I got rid of some of the land over here to make... yeah, there was some land like right here to support the path, but I knew I could just support it with these anyway. I also fixed up, there was like a dam in this river and I fixed it up. Which I guess is a little silly, but because it's so close and I probably shouldn't have risked, you know, pissing off people over there, but you know, I'm not even allowed inside. So I'm not a citizen, I don't have a pass, so they wouldn't let me in even if I wanted to go in, but not really up to it. To no one's surprise, it's not exactly the most hospitable looking place right now. Though it does seem to be getting some strange developments. I've grown much more practiced with my elytra, but not that practiced. Yeah, I replanted the tree over here as well, and some very large ones actually grew, which I was not expecting. Because it doesn't seem like this is like, it's not the most fertile soil, I guess. But I guess it's not too bad. Not as bad as some of the other areas I've seen, considering how our farming has gone. As you can see, some of the grass has kind of gotten out of control, but I think it's nice. It's not like people are usually walking through this area anyway, now that we've got a good path. Oh, and I didn't even mention that I had redone this pond. It's now a proper hot spring. And I helped this tree grow. I planted it. Just, you know, one of those little acacia bushes, and gave it some help, and now it's a proper tree. And I was gonna put more flowers and grass, but I figured, you know, if you're gonna be in a hot spring, you don't want to get out and be assaulted by so much grass and flowers, and you don't want to have to deal with all those textures. Oh yeah, I was thinking of fixing up this area by putting a retaining wall, but I'm not sure. I'll do that some point. Maybe a retaining wall over here as well, actually. But I think I need to get, because I currently don't have the rights to mess with some of this area, like watch. Wait, that's not the right area, I guess. I mean, this stuff, right? Yeah. Some things you just, I guess, need godly powers. Have I done anything else besides what we're working on? I don't think so. I've added in some extra life to some areas by planting some more flowers, just to grow wild. And to help out with, you know, lighting up some areas, making sure that the moss is covering the lighting, though. Added in some new trees. Oh yeah, this beehive. I planted this tree and a beehive kind of formed around it. Also, you can see this area is kind of overgrown as well, which, yeah, I don't enjoy that area. Even though I'm the one that planted that TNT, it's still not my favorite thing to remember. Why? The Enderman around here, I swear. Oh, I also fixed up something over here. There were some towers that I took down, like just one block all towers. And I was thinking of like terraforming this area, but it's very close to where someone used to live. So, I don't know. But I think rebuilding this dock might be fine. Now, if you can see, that beacon marks where our current project is. I decided I wanted to build it in the birch forest, I decided. So first I checked over past my windmill towards that area to see if there would be anything of use, but I kind of settled on it not exactly. Oh, well that's where all that went. That's where I put that. I settled on that area being a bit too close to this, there's a strange area over there that I've never really stepped foot in. But you know, some things you're just naturally wary of and you gotta trust your instincts. Instead, I decided I'd go past some of these areas, and Regnum Sinus is over here, but what I'm looking for was this little area that was naturally, like, pulled in. Like, it was all this cliff area is natural, but this, like, hill was, like, it was a natural hill downwards, so I just cut back the hill to make the rest of this, because that cliff's natural, aside from, well, I put in some extra stone for more support to make sure it wouldn't just erode away on me. But, this part was, I had to, like, cut back, you know? And then I left some of this area. And that is where I had repaired some trees in the past, and now those trees have gone and left me with some floating leaves, because I was so kind as to fix the trees. And they went and did this to me. But yeah, as you can see, I don't have my usual loadout of tools on me. I've been keeping them over here with my materials, because I've been filling my inventory with materials as opposed to tools I'm not currently using. But as you can see, I had to cut down a lot of forest over here, and you can see all the dark oak I gained. Also some of my dirt and stone, which some of it I had to bring back or put in the barn already. But here are my building materials I'm working with. Currently I'm mostly using the quartz, as you can see. It's a mausoleum. See, I started with going for a bit of a, like using the old methods with a pediment and columns and everything, which I'm thinking I like this open area, but maybe I need another column here. And it could go in here, and then I could have another, like, thing here, because it would mirror what I did over here, which is, this is the staircase downwards, which what I wanted to do with the staircase was ensure that when you're, like, looking at it from, like, here, like, you walk up these stairs, you won't be able to see the bottom of the staircase until you're, like, on the stairs. Otherwise, it's, like, I don't know, that's what I went for. This took far longer than you'd think, figuring out all the different patterns, what I wanted to do. I tried to go for like just one arch, and then I ended up with 2 arches like I have over here, which I guess mirrors it better, but still. Now with this, see, the typical one, these are 3 apart, so this one has to be here. As you can see, this is hollow. But to be fair, I don't know if I'm going to use that space, so. Here, what I'm listening to is just the Everhood soundtrack. It's really good. It's a Undertale fan game that kind of grew into its own and was super, super good to watch. Because I certainly would not be able to play it since it's a rhythm-based game, and that is not my jam. It's so hard to tell these blocks apart for me, because I am bad. Well, this one will be the pillar, actually, so I don't need all of these tools that I have. You can have this and this and this. I could use some dirt to fill in. I've been using scaffolding a lot with this. I'm thinking we do a quartz pillar here and maybe a slab on top of it. Yeah, and it gives this more of an arch, which it still is kind of a pediment, but oh, those need to be stairs, duh. I'm like, why does it look like it's just flat and dorky? You need stairs, King. The thing is with this area is I have not lit it up at all, so I am in a lot of grave danger. Though, there's been a change in creepers. They don't seem to be able to damage blocks anymore, which is strange, but I guess sometimes things just change. A lot of things were changing after that trip to the end, but you know, that's just how things go, I guess. Is that fine? I think that's fine. See, I could have it mirror, well, not exactly, because I'd be using smooth quartz as opposed to chiseled quartz, but in a way mirror what's the arches behind it, which... See, there's a line between repetitiveness and repeated motifs, and I am unsure about that line. And with these, I think people will just, like, naturally avoid them. But I might use... These would be... I can't use these. Okay, I'll need more blocks. Shockingly enough, I need more blocks. And here I thought I was done with all of this. Oh, I'll need more stairs. I don't even need this up there. It is the only proper way to get up there, but still. See, I didn't really It's so difficult. Everything is so difficult all the time. Oh yeah, this one has to go as well. That must look better. I would like some kind of like brazier or something around here. Maybe, because these candles, like I can't have them be on the outside because then they're gonna get wet with the rain and everything. Well, now it looks too flat. I like that better. That makes the pillar kind of come out. But they're like just actually two smaller pillars. Oh, this one's a banger. You want gnomes. It's literally just called You Want Gnomes, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I do. Damn. But yeah, so part of this is, like, you can see here I carved into the foundations. I put in the chiseled quartz. And then we've got these longer pillars holding it all up. Maybe this will be better. Nope, that's bad. Maybe this for a more gentle slope. No, it looks uneven. I need more slabs. I thought I was done with quartz. I'm never done with quartz, apparently. My suffering is never done. No, that's not good either. Maybe if I do this to give it depth. I kind of like that. But the thing is, because these are the pillars, it's gotta rely on this, you know? Maybe if I just do it up here. I like that actually. That's what it is. See, sometimes these things just take a little trial and error, and I'm sure some of the other ones looked fine, but they did not fit my standards. You should have seen how long it took me to do this pediment and how many different iterations of it I had. Oh, this one has to be... See, I need to make sure that all of the flooring is supported. Because if we want another, you know, floor above it and expect people to walk on it, which I don't expect people to manage to get up there. I don't really want them to, you know? I like this. But now I'm wondering... Now, the thing is, with on top of the quartz pillar, unless you're farther away, you won't be able to see it, but if you are closer, maybe some other detail as opposed to a slab would be better. I'm thinking we do this to ensure that it, like, mirrors this. And then we could grab some slabs to put here. And now it's kind of like this. Slabs be fine. No, that's not what I want. See, that's what I want. Oh, I actually like that kind of. See, what I wanted to go for was a more intricate design, but I thought, hey, I'll just chisel in the quartz and it'll be fine. But now this meets my expectations, as you can see. I enjoy it. I like it a lot. And people won't see it here, like when they're walking up to it. They'll see it from, like, across. And that's fine. Now, the, top of it's gonna be an entirely different story, you know? It's probably something I might get to last, honestly. But yeah, there's some grass growing in there for right now. It's just a little garden area. As you can see, I chiseled in some bits here. I might put some candles on these, maybe. And it's got a little railing to make sure people are safe. I don't know, I might put a chair here. Maybe. Now, maybe we should start working on our pathing and layout, because I don't know how large is that. Is that a wither skeleton? I should probably have better armor for that. I don't have a good helmet. And my sword. Where's my axe? Oh, I need that. Let's keep our elytra. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Is it still there? It's just a wither skeleton with a crown. Could it have gone? I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. Let's... It probably was just my mind playing tricks on me, because sitting here Making a goddamn mausoleum, of course I'm gonna be thinking about death and see things. One problem I have with the layout is, of course, it's hard to do it with a giant beacon in the middle of the way to see, like, my vision. So I might have to put this underground. But then it'll be difficult to dig it back up. Maybe if I put it up high? Will it still work? Ooh, setting up a beacon is so much effort. I don't want to do that. I think we just work around it, honestly, and then... See, we can't even set something to be there because then it'll be blocking this. Let's plan out... Yeah, let's plan some things out, though. I can't tell the difference between these. Either way. Where is... Okay. So some things we know. We're gonna have something here. And it's not centered, but I guess it doesn't really have to be. So it's just gonna be like one thing here, right? And I'm not gonna have the stairs leading up to it be this way. I'm gonna have it be like, this is something you have to go and pass here to see, which you could go up this way, but like, there might be a like fence around this, so then you have to go this way. So then this will be our paths, which I'm thinking we do something smaller right here, and the paths kind of go by it, and then go down. I don't have something to work as my... Here, this will be my walls. Pool, pool, pool. Oh. Well, we can't really set our wall there, huh? We can set it here, though, probably. And then we'll put it up and around. Well, these are natural walls, you know? Which is kind of the point. But we're gonna have a kind of front garden here. So, like, kind of a little, like, it's not that walled in, but it's still a garden, you know? And the thing is, I'm unsure about this river. I could just fill in this river, you know? Or I might fill in part of it to make this more of a lake over here. And I also do need to fix some of the terrain over there. And you see over here, it like this is all looks like it used to be a river and was like carved out to be a river. But then the river is just like not meeting. So we could make the river path go, like we could re-terraform this to add the river back in. And then maybe we'll thin the river here so that we have more space for our like entrance to the area. Like we like thin it here. And then have like it be just more of a curve and less of a like wider curve, you know? I'm thinking with this wall we want it to be mostly like a curve around. So like a semicircle kind of, following, you know, well, can't just come into my house and disrespect me like that. See, that's probably a better wall. I'll probably conform the terrain to it. But every wall needs a gate, you know? Or every gate, it's gonna be the gate, you know? And it depends. I think we're gonna fix that terrain so then it'll be more of a, like, another hill and then like a thin river going through it between the hills. So over here might be a better thing with like maybe a small dock so then people can follow the river to us. Because the river goes pretty far, I think. Yeah, we might need to reconnect it here, but you can see the river basically paths by over here. And then you can see it goes over here with someone else's place that I think this might have been Salmon's old estate. Vacation home, you know? Yeah, you can see it's a little overgrown, huh? But yeah, I'm pretty sure this was Salmon's old fishing cabin estate thing. It was this guy, his name was Salmon. And they were like, chill. They were just some person who I think was a salmon. And they were like a good fisherman. And a pretty okay person aside from, you know, the assassination business. But, you know. Oh yeah, and Casher. But there were just some, I think Salmon also had a couple other business ventures aside from, you know, the whole assassin business. I remember a resort that I helped like send some stuff to at one point, some resources to keep building it. And this, you know, this vacation home was pretty good as well. It's a nice place. Nice enough. Shame. Some people you just don't see after a time. And you can only assume the worst. But yeah, I might reconfigure, like, add in this river back. Also might add in, regrow some of this birch forest as well, because it looks like someone... And of course, there's always some more hiding of lighting to do. Nonetheless, we'll just connect all the rivers, I guess. That can be another project. But yeah, I love the way we've terraformed this area. So a gate. Let's have a gate. Or gate go like... This can be... See, I'm just trying to... You know how you... I'm not much for art, but you know how artists will have... Like, they'll do all those lines that are rougher. That's kind of what I'm doing, having to redraw and erase them. Maybe we can have a bit of a... No, I don't really... Maybe we'll have a garden here, and then we'll have a little stand with some already pre-cut and arranged flowers for people to pay their respects with if they need to. But let's put this... This can be the gateway, which means this is our path. And now I'm thinking we have a bigger thing like here. And it'll kind of tower over these. And we have this as well as a path. And it kind of cuts this part in half, you know? What I'm mostly planning here are some statues and maybe some trees, some, you know, as like memorials, you know? To remember people with and by. And that's important. I'm thinking maybe something small over here. Maybe a pond with some fish. People need a moment and need something to relax with. And maybe some trees. I'll need another block for trees. Here, let's mark trees with this. I know I'm not building with this right now, so. Yeah, we're gonna have a smaller marker here, a larger marker there, and this will be a path going by. And then here we can have a tree. At least one, and then maybe we could have another one over here, like draping over into, or we could have it up here, draping into the pond. And then we could have the pond be a bit wider, actually, with maybe a waterfall and another pond up here. Because I know there's a... Yeah, this is a natural pond. We could do a little underwater irrigation to bring it out, and then it can have a little stream going this way. And we'll make sure to have the path go by it so people see it and know that they can use it. Now here in this area, like right here leaning against the wall, maybe we could do... Well, no, because from perspective's sake, you go in this way. We could do some smaller things here, but we don't... See, I'm planning these bigger, so it's like easier to say like, well, I know this is going to face this way. And that one's going to face towards there, and that one's going to face out from there, and that's just going to be a pond. Here, maybe facing away from the walls is fine enough. We just dot a few in. And we don't need to put a path between them. Instead, we can have the path only brush by here and not like make it seem a big deal. We could have the path go up here and then kind of skirt along the side here and go towards this. So then we can have some stairs going that way. And now you can see my method has some use, considering it's I'm wondering, because I could put shrubbery and like some little garden, like a little tiered garden, like you know those tiered not patio, but like backyard gardens. And we could put something here, but it would be so much better if I had some way to craft some quartz walls, but I just don't have the capability to do such a thing. I can chisel it, but I can't form it into a wall shape. Hello. We're planning out a build. You can see this isn't going to be what the rest of them look like. The rest are going to be out of this. I'm going to use some deep slate and regular stone. But yeah, there's a mausoleum I've been building. Hi, Egglet. And that's as far as it's gotten. But it looks pretty sick. I spent a couple hours working on this, and you can see I've added depth to the walls. You can see that the walls are like curved to go in and out. And then right here specifically, we've got a specific little and little carved. Yeah, I have learned so much about dealing with quartz in general, and also part of this hill I had to bring out. But yeah, and you can see it even has a pediment. Those art history classes pulling through, giving me something. Who says school's useless? And then on top you can see it's got a glass dome because there's going to be a garden right there, though I don't know if I'm going to make it accessible or make it more of a like it's there, and part of the reason why it's so important is because no one can access it, aside from while I'm building, and then I'll just kind of close it off. I don't know. But currently we're planning the rest of the area for different memorials and stuff. Here's my gate. The coal ore is where I'm going to put little custom trees. But here's my gate, and I've also got plans for changing the terrain of this river and connecting some of the other rivers in the area, you know? Because Godling SMP, we have a river problem. You can see they're not connected there, it's not connected there, and it's like they're big. It would definitely help like the area flow better. Like, it would help with our kind of swampy water supply, probably. The birch leaves are my paths, and the dark oak leaves are like when I'm indicating something's going to be there. So these are just smaller little tribute areas. This is going to be a garden up here, so people can cut flowers if they want to bring in. And then over here, we're going to have a bit of a kiosk with already arranged and cut flowers, you know? Which maybe I could ask. I'm not that good at flower arranging. I'm sure someone like Mur would be able to do that better, but... Excuse me. That was for your own good. You were beaching yourself for no reason. Which is another reason why I'd bring the river in, because I don't want people to be here like, I need to pick flowers to help pay respects, and hear a squid trying to breathe air when it's not allowed to. But yeah, this wall's gonna be maybe 4 or 5 high. Like, I'm planning maybe just, Don't worry, no one's active. Ever since the end fight, I've only seen me. At one point, it was poppin', because me, Toby, and, actually I think it was Halcyon, but me, Toby, and Pybro were on at the same time, so that's basically like a rave at this point. Post-end battle. But currently we're still having lag issues, so if 2 people are on at the same time, it tries to shit itself to death, unfortunately. But yeah, you can see this has some like tiered areas that I'm working on. There's going to be a larger statue here, and then you're going to have a little path, and there's going to be a smaller area here, like a tiny little tribute area. The path continues, custom tree, pond, more path, which is going to go along this so that you have an easier way to step down to go into this area if you don't step off the path and you're coming from this way. And then this one's going to be a statue as well that kind of like towers over the, it's going to tower over the gate as well, so like you kind of get a chance to see it, you know? And then I'm thinking I might rearrange this bit of the hill to make a bit of a tiered garden this way, and then maybe over here we could push back some of the hill to be more severe, actually. Because most of this hill kind of naturally generated like this, but I've added in the stone to like support it and make sure that there's less erosion over time, because I don't want a bunch of dirt to get into my builds. I already have to deal with a bunch of swamp muck all the time in certain areas. And of course, getting all that mycelium out was its own journey. But I'm thinking here, we just cut it back to only being like 3 high. And then these we can raise up. And then we can have something else be over here. Now, the question is, what do we put over here? Okay, I know this isn't good, so we're gonna do this. Just looking at it, I know. So we're gonna have, like there's not gonna be, like you could walk over here if you wanted to, but the steps are gonna be right here in front of the mausoleum. So it's gonna be something to the side, I'm not quite sure. Maybe I could do a larger tree, but currently the only trees I'm very good at is more willowy kind of trees. See, we can add pathing here. Like, we know this is going to be a bit of a path leading up to this. But I don't know. I think a fountain might be good. Like a quartz fountain to match this. And it'll be like a rounded off fountain area. And then you go up to here. And right here I'm thinking either we push this back so that this area is like naturally you're not gonna walk around towards it, you know? Like you could do this jump, but we want to make it seem like you want to follow the path as opposed to do this. See, sometimes about terraforming, it's literally just, if you know the angle you want, you have to like look along it, and it'll naturally go if you just click. See, like they could jump up here and then go do this, but why not follow the path, please, for the love of God. I think because this will be on a pedestal, you might have like a path around it, kind of. But I don't think I have the birch leaves to illustrate that. And then continue pathing the rest of this. Oh, I do. Is that something underground? I remember terraforming all this. There shouldn't be, like, underground. A cave? A ravine? Why is there a ravine? I don't need this in my life. I literally don't. I'm just here trying to make a goddamn motherfucking... Why does everything have to be so difficult? I said, oh, let me just, you know, make a place and methodically do it so I can, you know, find a place to mourn in peace. And everyone said, oh no, we're going to ensure that there are countless foes that will attack you. At least I don't want them to bother me with the noise. Like, give me that much respect to ensure that they're not creeping higher up and bothering me and potentially others. Thank you, God. I'm thinking this wider field over here maybe we could use as well. Now, see, I don't want a path. Are there things in the woods again? I'm going to have to attend to that at some point. Ensure that things don't come crawling out of the woods. Is it in here? I can hear it. Well, now we're just hunting. What? I didn't even notice this. Hello? Oh, I should not step into that. Huh. That's, you don't step in those. The only reason I noticed this was because of the sweet berries, because those don't naturally grow in these kinds of forests. I think I'm going to just skirt around these mushrooms and then ensure I'm not going to disturb this place. I'll just maybe leave some lights around it, but not disturb it, because that's not a smart plan in the slightest. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna have a small thing here. I think this, after this straightening out, I want it to kind of arc towards here, but like not onto that. Instead it's going to go up towards this, and here we're going to have some dotted around again, like smaller things. I keep wanting to try and attack those with my fist, but I've got, oh, I should use it. Now, I was thinking a gazebo somewhere, but it's not really. We could push back this hill, make this a bit wider, and then put a gazebo here. But I don't really think anyone wants to hang out in a gazebo in an area like this. But, you know, I don't know how everyone else feels, you know? Instead, maybe I'll just have a larger tree over here. And instead this can go around and we'll have one or two right here. Which we don't want this path to be too close because we want when people are walking the path to be able to actually look at the statue as opposed to like seeing it right here. So maybe is it in the goddamn walls? It was in the walls. Yeah, I'll use a pickaxe. I don't care. Oh my goodness. This is what I get for being in an area farther away. None of these caves are lit up properly. Is this a different ravine? I think it's a different ravine. Man. Whoever would have, if anyone had settled in this area, it would have been very profitable. At least in the resources department. But dealing with There's another zombie somewhere. I hate this. Why do the undead have to haunt me now of all times? Where do you think we should put the next thing? No, don't look at me. Look where do you want it to go? You're still thinking? Oh, that's where I've just worked. You can't think of anywhere else? Fine. Understood. This will just kind of be a path triangle over there. I'm thinking maybe... The thing is, I don't want anything to block this view of this, because this will be gardens, you know, right there, and then there will be a fountain. Why do all these pigs keep coming in? See, that's gonna be smaller, that's gonna be a pond. So I think right here we can put a, like a larger, like a whole thing, like large. And this one will definitely do like specifically pathing around it. And then here, I guess we'll fit in some of these. Then we'll likely want something that'll cut like here across. So there's a direct path. And then these, the thing is, these paths are going to be wider than one block, so I don't even know if I'll be able to fit some of these smaller things in them. This place, let's do another larger tree. This one will be the largest one, I think. Like that one's indicating it will be like big, and this one's like large, and that one's like small, and that one's like also small. So let's add in, make sure. I think this area we can probably just put some flowers if we can't fit anything, you know? And with this, we're gonna path around it. And it'll also be like a path along the gate, you know? That'll be enough, and then the path will probably be a bit wider right here to accommodate for having to have some staircasing down. And then the last area we have is here, which I'm thinking will also have to be like more of a field kind of these. See, this doesn't look like a madman's ramblings, I swear. Well, this is now a four-way divide. So maybe we'll do something in the middle of this also. Unsure. I am not going to lie. It does kind of look like a pair of uneven boobs right here. Like, I cannot deny that one. My guy, it's a pair of uneven memories right here. Maybe we'll do a bit of, I don't know, like a little circle of the path, like as its own pattern, and then it continues. Because the path will be like, I don't know, 2 or 3 wide, maybe? 2, Thing is, with 2, it'd be 3, it'd be easier to have a pattern. Thing is, with the lighting choices I'm doing, I don't know. Things are gonna end up being a bit mossy. But that might just be like, you know, the ground. I don't need my hoe. I actually don't really need much of any of this. I wanna just... See, what I want is... This is the area down. And then we're gonna have a bit of a hallway straight. Which, you know... You know, it'll just be like a hallway. There'll definitely be like depth in the wall, maybe even going back like 3 blocks. Because I'll be able to work on a larger scale, and I'm thinking I'll have it actually arch properly. That's very difficult. Also, I know what this is. It looks... This isn't... Every time I think I'm done, I see some new little... problem. See, now it's supported on every side. Leave me alone. Stop. You're criticizing me, aren't you? Yeah, I thought so. Back off. Yeah, fuck off. The Everhood playlist is good as fuck. The game itself, I didn't even get to see the end of it because I didn't catch it when I was watching someone. I guess I'll probably just need to go and find their VOD of it. I think I made this almost the perfect height because, well, I'm gonna have to refill in this anyway, so... Oh, I do have lighting. I'm not a fool. Okay. See, I'm thinking of making this fairly straightforward with a hallway going down and then the, like, final chamber, which maybe I'll have some large doors closing it off, so people can't just walk in there whenever. Though I have no clue how I would make... I can't use redstone, so it might just have to be a larger door, which there's a secret entrance to. Which I suppose is a bit crude, as opposed to using redstone, but last time I attempted to use redstone, it just happened to work, and I have no clue how it worked to this day, so... But when you have to hide something, you have to hide something, I guess. Childish attempts at redstone aside, there are some things you just can't hire someone else to do, you know? When you want to keep things hidden for other people's safety. And I suppose your own, but my own safety is second, really. The safety of everyone else. Well, not everyone else, I suppose. But there are some people who don't need protecting. This one's good. Now, see, we're gonna have, like, something... We might have, like, tombs along the walls. Oh, motherfucker. Never mind, fuck this river, I guess. Or I'm gonna have to fucking push it over here instead. Is this really, like, at sea level? Of course I didn't. Can't fucking do anything right. Goddamn idiot. Ugh, I might need to move the beacon, motherfucker. We're gonna have this hallway and then another set of stairs downwards and then another hallway leading to the actual, what I was planning. The door in the chamber, like a bigger chamber with a whole statue. A large statue. I've never done statue work before, but there's not exactly someone I can commission for it, considering I'm the person people commission for builds. But I suppose most of my builds have been my first actual tries at many things, so it's not that big of a deal. But we've got it all planned out now, and that's part of the battle. Ow. Sorry. Well, I will probably have to bring things to the barn. Whoa, chill. And also to my own island. Oh, I've been doing some mining for gold. Again. This time I have no plan on making an obscene amount of golden apples, though. Just decorating. I've also decorated this. It warps me inside. The other side's, this is the creeper farm and that's on the other side. You can see I've decorated an area leading up to the farm collection system, and here's the farm's collection system as well, and then here's storage for overflow, which you can't really have that much overflow, but whatever. I've used some glazed terracotta here, I'm proud of it, but I think that's gonna be it for me, mostly because of outside forces that are making noises, and I am not happy about it because they've only decided to start making noise now. It's like, man, you had an entire night, an entire day, you had everything, and you decide to do it now? Okay, thanks. Great to know. Great to know. That'll be it for me, though. So, bye. Thanks for helping me plan out all of my machinations. We will continue, or I will be building it all offline on my own instead because it's easier, but either way, we will continue.